Okay, hello. Welcome to class. I want to make sure you guys understand the project directions because I know some of you were absent last class. So, what you're going to be working on, and this is going to be considered a test grade, you're going to go to standard 7 and 8. Before you start this project, many of you forgot to do the westward migration document questions or finish it. So please make sure you finish that first. This is going to be part of a test grade, and this is also part of a test grade. So they're very important to do by yourself and not copying anybody else or Googling the questions. That's very important, or you won't get credit. But right now I'm going to talk about the causes of the Civil War project. So essentially, you are going to be creating a museum exhibit. So what you're going to do is click on that link. Let's read through the directions and then you'll make a copy of your own project. So you're going to make a museum exhibit. You will have 5 rooms and each room will have 1 artifact. So that's a total of 5 artifacts, 1 for each room. Okay, next, you're going to choose one of the 3 entrances and delete the other 2. The rooms are going to be organized by topic. We have westward expansion, compromises, abolition movement, Indian removal, and politics. Those are each of the rooms. Remember, you only need 1 artifact for each room. Okay. So a total of 5 artifacts. For each of the artifacts, you'll have a reference slide, 1 sentence about what the object or map or image is, and 1 sentence, and this is your words, by the way, 1 sentence about how the artifact might or did create a conflict in the United States that's going to lead to a war. You have to use your own words, please. And do not copy from another student. This is considered a test grade. You have to both redo it if you have the same as another student, just like any other assignment. So now let's go back to create your own copy. This is going to be your project. And then also in the directions, you're going to want to open the resources for your museum. Each slide has a different room where you're going to get your resources, okay? So let's start with room 1. Now, this is my copy. You are going to make your own copy. So click make a copy of entire presentation. I'm going to change the folder, but you don't have to worry about that. You could just make your own. So I'm going to make a copy. And then make sure you share with me. You're going to click share and put Sarah Kipperman. So make sure it's that one. Okay. Next, you'll choose which entrance you like and then delete the other 2. So this is my entrance. It doesn't matter which one. Then you write your name on the top, right in the middle. And this is the lobby. You're going to go to room 1, and that's where you'll start with your first artifact. So let's go back to the resources. So you're going to choose any one of these. So let's say I want to choose the Louisiana Purchase. So I have this map. So I'm going to say, oh, the title is Louisiana Purchase. I'm going to read about what it is. Okay, then I'm going to copy an image, go back to my museum and paste the image here. Then I'm going to move it And you might have to make it smaller or bigger. Then click on the link that's automatically there and copy the same image. Paste. Okay. So what is this picture? The artifact name is the Louisiana Purchase. Okay. Next, I'm going to write 2 sentences. So again, the directions said one sentence about what it is and one that shows how it might create a conflict in my own words. So then I'm not going to write it because you can write your own, but you're going to say this is blah, blah, blah. And the reason it might create a problem is blah, blah, blah. That's your words. Those are going to be your words here. If you don't know what to write, just look below and it helps you explains what it is. And you can use Google Translate if you want. Okay. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to essentially do one artifact for each room. That's it. So essentially, there's room 5, room 4, room 3, room 2, and room 1. And then you'll just submit that when you're finished. Okay, thanks.